What's up, guys? Welcome back, episode 4, baby. I know we're feeling all a little cabin feverish at home with this coronavirus stuff. So it's nice to put out a little bit of content, some stuff to talk about. Let's get things off my mind. Episode 4 starts now. Welcome back. All right, so today I wanted to do a video on who I think is going to be the 2020 season breakout player of the year. And let's get straight to the point. My breakout player of the year is, drum roll please, Marlon Williams. So a lot of us leading up to this year forgot what an absolute beast, and we are wrong for that. We apologize to you, Marlon. We were wrong for that. Let's kick it back to Marlon recruiting. Some of you guys forget what an absolute stud Marlon Williams was in high school, and some of the offers this guy had. Looking back at his recruiting profile, he has one of the most impressive recruiting profiles out of any UCF recruit I've seen in quite some time. When you look here in 24/7s, which is my go-to website whenever I post stuff recruiting related, this man was a high 3-star recruit, 6 foot, he's 6 feet, 225, absolute stud. Looking like a Greek Adonis out there catching the rock. So he had offers obviously from UCF, LSU, USC, the University of Southern California, the Trojans, Cincinnati, Missouri, NC State, Ole Miss, Tennessee, and was even recruited by Alabama. Now he's naturally from Mobile, Alabama. But when you got a guy with a resume like that, the man can ball, okay? So here's where we get to his transition to UCF. He comes in 2017, comes into a pretty loaded wide receiver room. Traquan was obviously the number 1. You had Dedrick Snelson was our number 2. And number 3, that was the year we were passing a lot to the tight end with Scott Frost. Jordan Akins was the third passing option. Behind that, Gabe Davis, who also came in 2017, kind of emerged as that 4th option. Fast forward to 2018, Traquan leaves for the NFL draft. Dedrick moved up to number 1. Then on top of that, we had Trey Nixon transfer him in from Ole Miss and was able to play immediately. And you had Gabe Davis, who ended up leading the team in yards that year. 2019, you had Dedrick had left. You had Gabe Davis and Trey Nixon. And finally, you see Marlon get a much bigger role. And he backed it up. So going back to his stats, 2017, his freshman year, he had 17 receptions, 270 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. 2018, production decreased a little bit, kind of remained even when you look at receptions. 18 catches for 234 yards, 1 touchdown. 2019 comes in, this man grabbed the bull by the horns and he took it on. To the tune of 51 receptions, 717 yards, and 6 touchdowns. And with his longest being a 75-yard touchdown. It was nice to see that Marshall Bowl game at the end of the year, because the Gasparilla Bowl, because that team, that offense kind of featured what we are looking at next year. So that game was without AK. That game was without Gabe Davis. So it showed you Trey Nixon, Marlon Williams as your top 2 receivers, and Marlon balled out. The reason he is my breakout player of the year next year, and honestly could end up being the team MVP, is because Trey Nixon is a guy that's shown his capabilities, right? Trey Nixon is a slasher. He's a guy that's going to take the top off the defense. DG loves to throw those beautiful Hawaiian rainbow deep balls, and Trey Nixon's going to be on the receiving end on a lot of those. Now, you need a guy like that, Now, that's not to say that's Trey Nixon's limitations, but that's his current role in the offense. Then you need that possession receiver that move the chains, move the downs. That was Gabe Davis. Whenever Dylan Gabriel needed a first down, he went to Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis got the tough yards, the contested catches. He had a lot of yards after catch. Marlon Williams is a stud. He's got great hands, unbelievable strength. The dude is going to be catching 5-yard routes, and he's going to be taking those to the house. He's going to be a nightmare to tackle. Look for him in 2020 to have a very increased role. He's a guy that honestly could shoot up draft boards. He has the size, he has the speed, he has the physicality. He is built for an NFL combine. You get Marlon Williams in front of an NFL combine, he is going to put on a show. His chemistry with Dylan Gabriel really came on towards the end of the year. Josh Heupel finally woke up and was using him a lot more often. Marlon Williams is a guy that, again, has all the tools. He has size, he has speed, he has strength. That catch, I mean, come on, man. You look at that catch versus Stanford. That boy went up and got it. We're going to post a picture here so you can get an angle on where he caught that ball. Stop it. Then you fast forward to the Marshall game, and he stiff-armed a poor defender. I thought his face mask was going to come off. Marlon, we are sorry, but Marlon Williams is a guy that shows you what old school college football is about. In today's college football, you could have easily understood seeing Marlon Williams transfer out of UCF. He's a guy that had a lot of interest and could have picked up anywhere else. But he stayed, he fought, climbed his way to the depth chart. And you could argue heading into 2020, he will be the #1 receiver after 3 years of clanging, banging, and grinding for his opportunity. Marlon, we got your back. Go and get it, big dog. Well, that's it for today's episode, guys. Do me a favor, please hit that subscribe button. Please share your thoughts on the video. If you agree, disagree. If you think there's another guy that could top Marlon Williams' performance. If you think there's another guy that could be the breakout player. And most importantly, like this video. If you guys have any suggestions as far as topics you would like to see me cover in the future, or anything you want to hear, let me know. We're here for a good time. Until next time, guys, charge on, baby.